When we first started ice skating, I started in Top 1 and Top 2, and learn to skate can be pretty affordable for families. So we went from learn to skate to synchro, and I remember walking her over to the rink to ask for an application, and the coach immediately just said, "Oh, it's really expensive." And I was like, "Okay, but I still want an application." And she was like, "I mean, really, really, really expensive." And I was like, okay. And she was like, "And it's time consuming." And I was like, I didn't even ask these questions, right? And so I think in that moment I realized I gotta figure out a way to not have other people feel like this for whatever reason, whether it's ethnicity, whether it's socioeconomics, whatever the discrimination is, it didn't feel right. So this is really important to me as a mom of a Mai, to not only create a program like 24 Degrees of Color, but to be able to expose her to something like ice sports. I'm from South Central Los Angeles. My whole life was the 6-block radius that I grew up in, and I didn't know anything really past that. And the idea of even learning how to ice skate as a child was very foreign to me. Initially, when we had our first learn to skate session, skaters were really afraid because they did not see anyone that looked like them. But what's interesting is that because our retention is so strong, every time we bring in new skaters for each learn to skate session, kids are able to see kids who look like them. They're already there. They've been skating since March. And then you're also now seeing that on the Los Angeles Kings sides with the We Are All Kings program here at the Toyota Sports Center. Ice skating as a community has a long way to go. I hope that we get there sooner than later, but it's just good to know that here we're already making strides and committed to do that. It has been such an experience to be able to not only introduce Mai to the ice when she started in Top 1, but to now be able to introduce and create pathways for over 100 kids here in Los Angeles County. Too often when we talk about DEI, a lot of organizations really talk about doing the work. They'll maybe hire somebody who is a person of color and put them in that position, but there's no action item towards that. But I think that one of the things that's been really comforting and beautiful and organic about the relationships that I've been building with Jen and Brad and Chance and Gabriella is that everyone really wants the same thing. My goal is to expand our program into all of the Los Angeles Kings rinks, and I'm here for it as long as they are.